Okay, so let's get into that battle. So, welcome back if you're from a previous video in the battle run for Grand Tactician, or the battle playlist for Grand Tactician, the Civil War here in the Union campaign. We're going to battle at Rolla. The Confederates decided to come siege the fort we took from them while our army was sitting next to it, so our army's going to go try to relieve the fort and deny it to the enemy. Because I don't really think the fort was going to make a big difference, honestly, as a fort. On the other hand, I think the army will be quite useful. Our scouts report the enemy is near Rolla, Missouri. Our army is prepared for battle. We're facing the Western Army under the command of Thomas J. Jackson, with a strength of some 13,000 men and 9 guns. I do have Fog of War on, so this is giving us a rounded number. If you're wondering why it's exactly so around there, it's probably some odd number, not quite 13,000. The enemy army is green. Their morale is reported as confident. Reports indicate their supply situation is outstanding. The supply state of our army is also outstanding. We functionally have control of the objectives here, even though we're technically attacking them, because arguably we hold the objective, right? We hold what they're here for. We're just giving battle, which is maybe something they're not mentally prepared for. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to spread out our army just a smidge to hold both objectives. What are these objectives? Saddle Woods and Saddle Hill must be held. So yeah, the woods on the left, the hill on the right. Thinking probably put the cannon on the right, put the cavalry on the left, and deploy facing the enemy. So we're going to detach the artillery, detach the cavalry. Assign the infantry to signal line. Oh, that awkward position where I think we're basically fighting uphill. We'd be fighting them coming, well, they'd crest the hill and then we'd be fighting them. Okay, so let's actually move up into the forest. Up on the hill here. Okay, the forest here is the odd bit is providing cover, but it's not reliable cover. Yeah, I don't have great places to put the artillery here. Due to the elevation change here. I suppose the other alternative is we take a very aggressive posture to screen them off of it. Instead of sitting right on the objective. Could be here, say on the White Creek. Let's hope they don't outmaneuver us. They're probably coming... They're coming from over there, so they're going to come probably down the road. Is this high enough hill that we can shoot over the forest? No. So, likely if they're going for the objective, they're just going to come straight down the road, in which case that hill doesn't work. Yeah, I think it is going to be a battle where we don't have good cavalry or good artillery. Just gotta accept the inadequacy of my artillery here. Okay, let's go with that. It's the Cav HQ. There's the main HQ. There's the artillery HQ. Okay. Oops, other way around. Want the HQ behind the cannons, please. There we go. So probably a little bit too far forward on the artillery there, but I think it'll work. And then we'll put the smoothbore muskets on both sides of the cannon. Could I overlap like that and not be too much of a problem? Hopefully that's not too much of a problem. So technically I should do this first so I get the HQ behind as well. Okay, so we have slight reduction range right behind the cannon there, but no, we're apparently not being penalized. Okay, thought we're having a little bit of a volley fire issue with the cannon there, but that'll be fine. So we got that unit both protecting the cannon and protecting the saddle. We're gonna go ahead and put this unit over here, protecting the forest. Hopefully this is a big enough forest we can actually get some forest protection on the whole unit, maybe? There we go. So to be fair, in this case, the long-range rifles are a little bit farther back, so the whole line has about the same range. Is maybe not ideal. All the units assigned to long range, so that's good. Let's proactively deploy the cavalry very far forward. We'll probably have it come running home as soon as we know where the enemy is. But I think that'll be our opening position here. So let's get the time going. And then we'll quickly tell all the infantry formations, shake out some skirmishers. So when you're holding the objective like this, normally I think, and this is maybe something I haven't been taking advantage of, I don't think the objective timer starts ticking until the units actually start shooting. So we do need to actually gauge the enemy, ideally somewhat early, so that we can get the victory timer ticking. Let's go ahead and we're going to push the skirmishers forward. The skirmishers won't necessarily perform super well in their first battle out by themselves, but at least it'll score us proverbial first blood and get that victory score timer ticking. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get engaged today at all. We do have, in theory, a slight morale advantage. We have a slight troop count advantage, apparently. So yeah, I'm going to push forward to this forest. We'll see how the enemy's coming, because I think they're going to come down this road. And delaying them as they try to come to the forest may be a good play there. Either that or maybe a little bit of an investment in the town. Slow them down in the town. So that's the left three. There's two of the... Oh no, that's the right three, and there's two of the left three. There's the third one. So yeah, they're coming down the road. I don't think there's necessarily any special places to hide in the town of Rolla here. No. So there's no fortifiable buildings. So in which case I think we're best off garrisoning the forest with the skirmishers. I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't look like we're necessarily getting any entrenchment here.
Keep your space and don't bunch up.
Yep, here they come, coming through the city. Let's bring the cavalry back at this point. Skirmishers are going to do what we probably normally do with the cavalry, so we'll bring the cavalry back. Interesting that they're not attacking. Oh, here they come.
Those flanks, Sergeant. Watch those flanks. Don't just reload, damn you.
Okay, got the enemy under fire. End of day. During the night, your army was resupplied. Of course, the skirmishers weren't, but close enough. Ah, okay. So the skirmishers were not allowed to stay in their forward position. Is what I think that was implied. Skirmishers got pulled back. To where? Is that really the only skirmisher we still have deployed? No, they're in theory deployed. Now the question is to where? Or is that all of them? That's all of them. Okay. Okay, well, we started the ticker going on the objectives, so I think we'll just go with the stall them with the muskets. We gave up a kind of defensive position that we had there, which is a little bit of a shame. I would like to enjoy making use of that force just a little bit more, I think. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit hard to figure out where the guys in trees get cover bonuses. Oh, we'll get cover bonuses on that road. We'll push them forward to the wall. Muskets. Where's the rifle muskets? I think we'll keep it in the rear areas. We might push them forward if the enemy holds long enough. Again, I think they're coming to come down that road. Right, they were coming down the road already, so I think they'll continue down that road. Where did my cavalry... The cavalry hadn't yet received the order. Okay. Well, then we'll move the cavalry as close back as they can get, so they can hopefully get the order sooner rather than later. So what's the other alternative? I could put... No, I'm not going to bother building breastworks for the skirmishers. We'll push them into the wall and we'll be good. Okay, let's get the time going. So you press forward to the wall. You press forward to the wall. You at least get back behind the skirmishers. You might change your mind after you get there, but we'll get you back to skirmishers.
Did you see that over yonder? Mouth shut, eyes open. Did you see that over yonder? Did you see that? Mouth shut, eyes open.
Nice stone wall there to delay the enemy. Waiting for them to get the order. Also, there's the enemy. So worst case scenario, these guys might not get the order until after the enemy's in the way. Hopefully that is not the case. See the enemy's vanguard and the cav, or the infantry there. Okay, I'm gonna try to push the skirmishers forward just to delay the enemy, get more time with the cav. Clear. Push the shorter range skirmishers forward. And bring the rifled muskets to take over the spot in the forest there. There's the runner. Yeah, assuming the cavalry make decent time, they'll clear the enemy advance. They'll get a little close, I think. Maybe not. Never mind. What we may end up having to do is actually send the cavalry into the enemy's rear. Because I don't think the cavalry has been spotted by the enemy. They're just out of position. Oh wait, don't do that. Well, the enemy's being surprisingly scared of a couple skirmishers on the river there. And again, we did manage to get some shots off of them yesterday, so the objective score is ticking up. The enemy is on a timer. Well, here they come. Wish the skirmishers some luck. Okay, there goes the skirmishers. They may have given better than they got, at least. Well, we got a nice stone wall. Question is, do they come down that road? Looks like they might be going around. It would be a little annoying if they do that. Only a little annoying. We could redeploy to the fence over there if they actually do continue that way. Yeah, that's what I think we're going to do with this guy. We're going to deploy him over the fence, pointing that way down that road. We got the rifles in the fence first. These guys will hold the left, those guys will hold the right. The enemy is actually not coming down the road. They have split, well, not coming down this road. Apparently the fight there slowed them down. They decided not to come straight down the road. I don't know which pair of slow range skirmishers we sent out. That one and that one. Go ahead and redeploy them, because we can. I don't know how long these guys are going to hold, but they can at least open fire until they do. Until they run away. Or until their ammo gets low, whichever happens first.
Hey, don't just reload, damn you! Shoot! Never mind the
I think the units are giving better than they're taking, to be fair, in this position. We have cover, they don't. We have superior range. Shot off of that unit, apparently. Okay. Yeah, it's probably time to call the skirmishes back. I don't think they're being quite as effective as they would be, ideally. Okay, so by delaying, I think we've gone ahead and pushed greater and greater towards victory here. We've inflicted more routes on them than they have on us. We've inflicted more casualties on them than they have on us. They have lower morale than us, and we actually have bonus morale from holding the objective. So as long as we keep that going, we can keep that going. And I do see the Twitch share that has chatted. Because of how this game streams, I'm definitely not adding you on Discord right now. If you want to Discord me, my username on Discord is actually the same as it is for the YouTube channel, which is WoolCole100. So if you actually want to Discord, that's how you get a hold of me. I think on the Discord I do technically have like basic spam prevention on, so if you're a spammer or a scammer or whatever, you'll probably get filtered off and it won't work for you. But if you're actually a serious person asking to Discord, then that's how you get in contact with me.
Weapon at the ready, boys.
Day 2. The second day is going to be long enough. I doubt either side's going to hold. Either we're going to hold, or either they're going to rout, or we're going to rout. I think during the day. We're definitely coming off better in the casualties. And I think we're even coming off better in the routes. We did run off one of the enemy cav units. Maybe even run off one of the enemy infantry units. And then we did that all with skirmishers. So if everything goes well, I think everything will work out. Maybe a little worried about the left here, because it's got lower cover than the right. So probably what we'll try to do is push skirmishers. If they don't engage the right, we'll push skirmishers off the right to constantly harass the flanks, enemy flanks. In the meantime, let's deploy another round of skirmishers. Delay the advance a little bit longer. Okay, they're in range of the long-range rifle skirmishers. That's one of the reasons I would like to upgrade everyone to rifles. Right now we've got like a third of the guys armed with rifles.
Anytime now, men.
Okay, they run off the riflemen. Also means the riflemen will form up sooner. For a second wave. back. Cinematic in. Maybe turning a little bit into Red Rovers and Blue Group over, but as long as it's going, it's going. Units already in combat, so it's not going to be able to send out wave skirmishers. So the left of the left is officially stuck in. Hopefully it holds. Okay, chased off one of the enemy artillery units. Unit low on ammo. Okay, let's go ahead and call them back. We can always just redeploy them quickly, given their position in the line. Okay, the rifle muskets pulled off. Our morale is holding. Enemy morale is definitely starting to waver. I mean, the routes, the losses, and just the morale loss in troops in general. Oh yeah, I think we just need to call that unit back. It's not operating right. Interesting. Enemy units reporting low ammo. So that could potentially be the fact that they've been firing off at skirmishers pretty heavily. And it's not particularly ammo efficient. looks like the enemy is starting to falter. We're going to give up the fact that we have a parapet and just bring these guys forward. Bring the whole division forward. That's the low ammo indicator. Yeah. Says our supply or our reconnaissance is bad, but maybe they were just bad on ammo the whole time. That would explain their morale not being super great. The brigades in to support the skirmishers. Their accuracy. Enemy is retreating, which doesn't surprise me. is one-line infantry holding the line. Everything else is routing, or in this case, actually, one of them is recovered. About face to face, the guy's recovered, please. KIA. Gordon's fallen. Commander's 2nd Division has been killed. Cavalry commander. The cavalry commander died. Oh. Okay, that might actually affect the cavalry's morale. Yeah, there goes the cavalry. So close to making the battle intact. Oops. 5th Brigade ended up getting involved in melee with Weiss's brigade. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna get. Might get a little bit more fire off. There we go. Yes. Post-victory battle report for the Battle of Rolla. We did win the battle. We did do just short of 3 times more casualties than we took. Obviously, we captured the entirety of the enemy's guns. We defeated about as many enemy cavalry as we lost, which means as far as our cavalry force is concerned, our cavalry actually took less losses than theirs proportionally. And of course, we did almost 3 times as many infantry losses. Dude, whose battle honors Captain Colonel Morgan? Didn't we lose Colonel Morgan? To be fair, that'd make you famous. Just you're not particularly inspiration if you're a dead man, sadly. Okay. So this is where the battle video is going to end. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and put a short break in just for editing purposes, and then I'm going to go resume with the campaign mission, or the campaign video. We're about 11 minutes into it, so we'll resume after the jump cut. With that, if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying. There probably will be more videos up for you tomorrow. Whether they end up being battle videos or campaign videos will be what's sort of up in the air. So if you've been enjoying having the battles segmented out like this, feel free to leave a comment letting me know. If you don't like them segmented out and you would just rather them be parts of the campaign one, which might make the campaign videos a bit less reliable in length, let me know that as well. And well, maybe also a little bit less reliable than having any campaign in them, because we do get battles pretty fast and furious here. So yeah, with that, Twitch, feel free to hang around. Again, I'm going to just mute the mic just for a little bit, just do a little bit of editing. as soon as I do the outro for the battle video. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.